friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to sit down and do a chill Will I Buy It, just kind of looking over some most recent beauty news, beauty launches, skincare launches, all of the above, and just kind of talk to you about my thoughts on them. I love doing these types of videos. I think they are just so much fun. I love doing them. I love watching them. Also, shout out to Samantha March for creating this whole video idea. I will have the community playlist that she started linked down below. That is where any content creator that makes this style of video can add their video to it. It's a great way to discover a bunch of new people to watch. So definitely check that out. But yeah, it's a pretty short intro. That's all we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about some new launches. Before we get started, don't forget to upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for you guys. If you like this video while you're watching it, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. And other than that, if you are excited and you want to hear my thoughts on some new launches, then let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, I went ahead and scooted over because like always, I'm going to pop up some pictures here of the items I am talking about so you know what I'm referring to. The first thing I want to talk about is more like beauty news and not really a release or a launch. And that's that Fenty and Rihanna trademark Fenty hair. So we don't really know much about it, like any really details or what's going to be a part of it or when it launches or anything like that. We just know that they trademark Fenty hair, which I am really excited about that. I'm not gonna lie. I like a lot of things from Fenty Beauty. I will say I haven't tried much from Fenty Skin. Anything. I haven't tried anything from Fenty Skin actually. So yeah, I don't know. Just not much has intrigued me from Fenty Skin, but I always have my eye out on what they release and what they launch. So I think eventually something will catch my eye and I'll want to try it. But I think this is exciting. I'm excited that Rihanna is expanding and coming hopefully into the hair care business soon. Again, we don't know much details, but I will definitely keep my eye out for details when they appear. And yeah, I think that would be something that I would be interested in trying if they have products that would be good for my hair type and all of that. Next thing is the collab of all collabs, the collab that everyone is talking about right now, and that is e.l.f. x Chipotle. I know this is kind of an older launch. It's not super new news, and quite a few content creators have put up first impressions and videos creating looks with it and all of that. I just wanted to touch on it because I think it's funny. Chipotle. I'm not gonna lie, definitely not interested in this, definitely not going to purchase it and try it out and review it or anything like that. I think that it's very on theme with Chipotle. I do think that they definitely took that Chipotle theme and ran with it and made it very on brand for Chipotle. Obviously the palette looks like the line as you go down and you're ordering your burrito or your burrito bowl. That's what the palette looks like, which I think is so cute. The avocado sponge set. Okay, that's adorable. Whoever thought of that idea is pure genius because that is so freaking adorable. I love the sponge set so much. And then the gloss I think is a cute idea for sure. The fact that it's like hot sauce gloss and all that. It's supposed to be like plumping, like hot sauce and all that. And then even the makeup bag, Would I ever buy a makeup bag that looks like a chip bag for $18? No, I wouldn't. But I think the whole concept and the whole idea is adorable. Absolutely adorable. Definitely not something I'm going to pick up and purchase, but I think it's adorable. Alrighty, then I wanted to talk about some of the Jaclyn Cosmetics launches. She's had 2 so far. I'm going to touch on both of them, but the first one I want to talk about is the highlighters and the duos. The highlighters I'm definitely not interested in getting because I actually have her Flash palette that came out for holidays. Was that 2 years ago already? Was that in 2019? Wow, I think it was. Wow. Okay, well, I didn't realize I had that palette that long. So I bought it pretty much when it came out. So I have that Flash palette. I'm telling you, if you want a blinding highlight, they are blinding. They are absolutely blinding. So if that's the type of highlight you're interested in, I wouldn't say no to you buying a single. It looks like the highlight singles are $29. And then she has loose beaming lights. They're like the loose highlights. They're for $24. I personally am just not a loose highlight kind of gal. I think they're messy and they're blinding and they will give you payoff, but I personally am just not someone who would ever use them. The single highlights for $29. Again, if you want to pick it up and you want a blinding highlight, sure, go ahead. But personally, I think the Juvia's Place highlight that I own is just as blinding as the Jaclyn Hill highlights that I own. And I think those are like $14. So you definitely, even the Wet n Wild highlights that I own, I feel like are just as blinding as the Jaclyn Hill ones as well. So you definitely can buy cheaper alternatives to those highlights. But if you want to support Jaclyn or anything like that, if you like a blinding highlight, I don't think you would be disappointed if you picked one of them up. And then she has the blush and bronzer duos. So these are $36. I actually don't think that that price point is that bad, $36 for a duo. For some reason though, I am just not interested in these at all. And I don't know why. I am not someone who like dislikes Jaclyn. I think she's made a lot of mistakes in the past and I don't think she's owned up to all of the mistakes she's made. So I definitely kind of have like beef there. But for the most part, I watch her videos. I've been supporting her for a while now. For some reason, these, they just do not catch my eye. They do not intrigue me at all. And I have even seen reviews on them and they look pretty on the skin of people who have been applying them. I watched Samantha Ravindal's and Paige Coran, I think is her last name. I watched both of them apply them and they look pretty. They're pretty on the cheeks. And also Samantha Ravindal kind of got called out for being petty, for talking about how 4 of the 7, I think, shades look very similar. And I don't think that's petty at all. If a makeup brand has a launch that's not inclusive and a lot of the shades are all similar, I think they should be called out, you know what I mean? So I personally don't think Sam was being petty at all personally, but that's just my opinion. And then the second launch that I want to talk about from Jaclyn Hill is her liquid lipsticks and her liners that she's coming out with. So I think these are pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the shades of the liquid lipsticks. So it looks like she's coming out with 15 shades and they're $20 each. And then she's also coming out with 12 lip liners and they're $18 each. I think $18 for a lip liner is kind of much personally. I don't think I would pay that for a lip liner, but I also am not someone who wears lip liners, so that kind of makes sense that I wouldn't want to pay that much for one. As far as the liquid lipsticks, I think $20 isn't bad. I also have heard her be called out for her nude liquid lipstick shade range as well. I forget who, I think it was Smoky Glow that I heard talking about this, and I definitely agree with her. Nude is definitely a very personal thing. Like whatever is a nude lipstick on me is definitely not going to be probably a nude lipstick on you or your friend or your cousin, or you know what I mean, because everyone has different skin tones and undertones and all of that, and this shade range really is not that expansive at all. So I definitely think that the shade range could be improved upon. And honestly, I might be on an island here thinking this myself, but honestly, I wish she would just relaunch her bullet lipsticks. I know that launch was a disaster, and I know she never truly owned up to what happened, but I personally loved the shades of the bullet lipsticks. I never ended up purchasing one, and then obviously we all saw what happened with that launch and how it just like blew up in everyone's face. But I personally, like, I would rather her relaunch her bullet lipsticks. I'm not gonna lie, I would rather have a bullet lipstick than a liquid lipstick. I don't think she ever will. I don't think she's gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole, and I'm actually honestly surprised she's launching liquid lipsticks, but I think they're pretty. I'm excited to hear reviews on them, but definitely not something that I plan on picking up myself. Definitely not right away. Maybe not ever, but definitely not right away either. Alrighty, next up we have the new Natasha Denona Circo Loco palette. So this says a colorful story with 15 different shades from pastels to vibrant pigments and pearls with different finishes, mattes, and shimmers. So this is gonna be $129. Okay. I'm actually really glad that Natasha Denona came out with a colorful palette. I am, because a lot of her palettes are more monochromatic. They tend to be more neutral toned. I know the Love palette was kind of colorful, but it was mainly just pinks and a couple pops of purple. So I know that she kind of gets a lot of flack for not coming out with colorful palettes. So she finally did, and she's still getting flack for it. It's like, what can she do? You know what I mean? I actually personally think that this is a very pretty palette. Is it a palette that I would want to pick up? Probably not, just because it is so colorful and I don't wear this colorful of makeup or eyeshadow all the time, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie though, if this was a midi size and it was $65, I would definitely think twice, and I would probably pick it up during a Sephora sale and get 20% off. But the fact that this is like one of her larger palettes and it's $129, I just really think that she made a mistake doing that. I think this one should have been a midi $65 one, and I think her like trio chrome one should have also been $65. I don't know if she's not like catching all the wind of the fact that people like smaller palettes nowadays, and also we're still in a global pandemic. It's been a year. I don't think people have an extra $129 laying around to just buy a colorful palette that they're probably not going to use very often. Do you know what I mean? So I think she made a mistake not making this a midi palette, because I really do think I would have thought twice and probably bought it during a sale if it was a midi palette. But Regardless, I think the shades are stunning. I'm excited to see like what looks people make out of them who end up picking it up because they are really beautiful shades. Alrighty, sticking with some eyeshadow palette launches, we have Sigma Beauty. They just released their On The Go collection. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Sorry about that. This includes 6 eyeshadow palettes and they are 9 pans. They're $29 each. So it looks like we have Spicy, Ivy, Rosy, Hazy, Fiery, and Ritzy. Okay, so I actually think these are really, really pretty. Again, sticking with the smaller pan, smaller eyeshadow palette theme that's really popular right now. I feel like a lot of people want smaller palettes. And I honestly think all 6 of these are really pretty. And I think $29 is a really fair price point. I'm not going to pick any of them up though. If I were to buy a Sigma palette, I would just kind of splurge a little bit and get the Enchanted palette. That's like the only one that's really been on my radar recently. But I do think these are really pretty. I think that they are smart color stories of the, you know, the shades they chose to put together in the 9 pans and all that. They're definitely more of like monochromatic palettes, which I don't hate. I actually like a monochromatic moment. Again, I'm not going to pick any of these up, but I am excited to see reviews and looks of some people who do either get them in PR or do pick them up. Okay, and then the last eyeshadow palette, I think this is the last one I'm going to talk about, is the new one from Hindash Cosmetics. So this was created by Hindash. I think he is a makeup artist. I personally don't know him or his makeup artistry or anything like that. Sadly, does he have a YouTube channel? Someone correct me in the comments. I really don't know. This is probably the most unique eyeshadow palette I have ever seen, which I don't hate. I don't hate it because it is so innovative and it is so unique, and I feel like that's what people want. That's what people crave. They want something new. They want someone to come out with something different, and this is that. I am definitely not going to be picking this up. I just don't think I am someone who knows how to really use these gradient eyeshadows very well, and B, it's going to be $70, which is very pricey. I do think the gradient idea is very cool because you can get a lot of different shades from just the one brick of color because it is gradient. So as you like move from one side to the other, you're going to get a bunch of different shades. However, again, I saw Smoky Glow talking about this and she made a good point where when things are gradient like this, it's kind of hard to put your brush in the exact same place you did the first time. So maybe going from one eye to the other, I don't know how easy it would be to make your eyeshadow look exactly the same because it is gradient, do you know what I mean? But kudos to him for coming out with something new and innovative. I think that is awesome, and I'm excited to see what else his brand launches in the future. Alrighty, then I wanted to talk about the new Morphe 2 concealer that came out. It is their Hide and Peak concealer. So it says it is a lightweight, flexible concealer made to let your skin shine through while providing that easy bit of coverage. Sorry, that tripped me up. It comes in 15 shades and they're $12 each. So this is a buildable light to medium coverage. No. I am not a light to medium coverage kind of gal in foundation, let alone concealer. Like if I'm going to take the time to put concealer on, which I do every time I do my makeup, I want it to conceal. However, I have bags, I have acne scars, I have redness that I want to conceal and cover up. If you have beautiful, perfect, natural looking skin, I think that you would enjoy this. I don't think the Morphe 2 line is targeted at someone like myself and my makeup preferences. Really nothing from their line has jumped out at me and made me want to try it. And I honestly haven't really heard a lot about this line. I know when it first launched, I saw a couple reviews on the skin tints, but other than that, I haven't really heard much about this line. I don't know if like people just aren't buying it or I'm just not watching people who are using it. But yeah, also the shade range isn't that great either. Personally, I don't think. There's not really that many deeper shades. So yeah, anything that says light to medium coverage, I'm out. Then we have some cream blushes that Melt Cosmetics is coming out with. I feel like everyone and their mother right now is releasing cream blushes. Colourpop just released a bunch, and then I think Makeup Revolution is releasing like a dewy cream blush, and just everyone. I feel like everyone is coming out with it. Looks like they are a cream to powder formula. It's coming out with how many shades? 2, 4, 6. It looks like 8 different shades, and they're going to be $22 each. I like that price point. I think 22 is a good price point, especially for Melt Cosmetics. I feel like they're more of a higher priced brand in my opinion. It says it's multi-use, can be applied on cheeks and lips. I personally am not someone who does that. I don't put like my cream blushes on my lips or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe I would for like a monochromatic moment, but I never have in the past. I think all 8 of these shades look very, very beautiful. I'm not going to be picking them up though because I have not really been using cream products recently. I really got into them when we were in the quarantine and I bought a ton of them. So I have quite a few cream blushes in my collection and I just have not been reaching for them as much as I have in the past. So while I think these are beautiful and I actually think the formula is probably going to be really good, I'm not going to pick them up right now. Oh, we have another collection from Colourpop. Did anyone see that coming? I didn't. It is their Limoncello collection. So it looks like it's going to be coming out with an eyeshadow palette that has 12 shades, a 4 shadow sticks set. It's going to come out with Citrus Squeeze, Style and Ease, Cool Breeze, and Check Please. Okay. Those all rhymed and that was cute. Also, it's coming out with a 5-piece brush set and then 4 luxe lip glosses and new blushes as well, a Glisten Up mist and a shimmer dry oil. Okay, so half that stuff I don't use from them. I don't use the luxe lip glosses. I don't think I would dislike them if I tried them. I just have never tried them. I'm not a shadow stick kind of girl. Again, cream blushes, I just have too many. They're not really on my radar to be purchasing right now. The dry body oil, I like the eyeshadow palette. I think it's a very cute eyeshadow palette, but I just think it's their normal neutral tone eyeshadow palette with a couple pops of color. Like there's 2 yellows and the blue. And then everything else is neutral shades that you probably have in a million other palettes and you probably have in a million other Colourpop palettes. Do I think it's cute? For sure. And I think the packaging is really cute as well. I think the whole theme of it is a really cute idea, especially since we're going into spring. And I do think that that brush set looks pretty awesome. I'm not going to buy the brush set, but if I bought anything from this collection, it would be the brush set. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Colourpop isn't really releasing anything new recently. Editing Emily here. Okay, I wanted to further explain myself because I said that Colourpop isn't releasing anything new recently, which is not true. They release new things all of the time. I just meant that like, I feel like all of their collections are very similar in tone, in products, that kind of thing. I don't know. I feel like I'm definitely getting burnt out on Colourpop, which I've heard a lot of people saying that recently. I just hadn't really been thinking that until the past couple of months. While I think the idea is cute, I'm not gonna buy any of it. Then we have the Mask Me Control Spray. This is from Scandinavia. It says, I feel like it's got a lot of claims. There's a whole paragraph here. It says, the first spray specifically created to fight maskne. Sweat, friction, and harmful bacteria cause inflammation and breakouts. With a patented cooling technology, keeps the skin surface cool, reducing trapped moisture and keeping pores clear under your mask. The purified form of zinc targets and prevents acne-causing bacteria from collecting, plus the unique combination of curated ingredients are the proven solution to preventing maskne-related breakouts and skin irritations. The juice from the leaves of organic black currants and raspberries naturally treats excessively oily skin, $29. Okay, so when I wear my mask all day, every day, teaching, and I mean, I take it off a couple times during the day, but for the most part, I have it on all day. And personally, I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's like sweat and all that under there, but I feel like I don't, how do I explain this? I feel like the maskne I get and the irritation I get from my skin isn't from oily skin, it's from dryness. Like my skin feels so dry by the end of the day. Like when I take my mask off, like for the day and I'm in my car driving home, the whole like 20-minute drive home, I'm just like, oh gosh, like my face is just dry. I'm not gonna lie, that paragraph though, they used a lot of words that like are getting me, that make me want to try this, especially as someone who has to wear my mask all day every day. I have tried different setting sprays in the past from Scandinavia and I like them. I used them up, but I didn't repurchase them. They were okay, but like, I don't know. I feel like this is intriguing me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I feel like I want to see reviews to see if it actually works, because $29 is definitely not the cheapest thing out there. It is 4 fluid ounces, so that is quite, I mean, I remember the Scandinavia spray I had in the past, like it's pretty large, it'll last you for a while. So I'm definitely intrigued by this. I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely think I want to see reviews before I buy it. But if a spray could stop the irritation and stop the maskne, that would be so amazing. Okay, and I just went and refreshed the Trendmood page on Instagram, and a couple things had popped up that weren't on it last night when I was writing down what I was going to talk about. So the first thing is the Sol de Janeiro. They're coming out with a new body cream. This is their, I'm probably gonna butcher this, Bom Dia Bright Body Cream. A retexturizing and nourishing daily body cream with fruit AHAs and vitamin C that reveals visibly brighter, smoother skins. Not skins. It says with warm, rich notes of black amber plum, vanilla woods, and jasmine bloom. Okay, I think that that is probably going to smell really, really delicious. I love the other two scents from Sol de Janeiro, so I'm assuming I would like this one as well. It comes in the standard 2 sizes that all the other ones come in, $45 for 8.1 ounces and $20 for 2.5 ounces. I'm gonna definitely wait and see what this smells like in person. Hopefully we'll come to Sephora and I can smell it in person, but I'm intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like anytime Sol de Janeiro releases anything, I'm intrigued and I like take a double look. I'm like, what's that? What's that? Should I buy that? So again, I'm gonna wait to see reviews if people like it and try to smell it in person before I spend $45 on a tub of body cream. But I don't need a new body cream, so this is definitely not gonna be something that I pick up right now. And then the second new thing that popped up was a new, it looks like new collection from Dominique Cosmetics. It's their Now or Never collection, and it's going to be in the new Trendmood box. The palette is, not the whole collection. But it looks like it comes with a palette and 2 lip glosses. Okay, I didn't know if they were like liquid lips, lip glosses. So it comes with a Now or Never eyeshadow palette. It is $25, 4 matte shades, 1 pressed glitter, and 1 silky pearl. I don't know what that is. What other, was it Natasha Denona? They were talking about Silky Pearl. Is that a finish? Is that a new eyeshadow finish? Silky Pearl finish? I've never heard of that before, but I've read it twice today. Also, it comes with hydrating lip glosses. They are $17 each. Oh, I don't think these are... Fan favorite shades are back. Same formula, new look. Okay, so she's just relaunching her Strawberry Lemonade and Peach Tea lip glosses that have been out for a really long time now. Just new packaging. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, why not come out with 2 new shades? And then the whole collection is going to be $54. So definitely not something I need. I love pink eyeshadow, but I'm not gonna buy this. I think $25 is really not that bad of a price. And if you can get it in the Trendmood box, like if you were kind of already planning on picking up the Trendmood box, that would be, you know, a cool addition to it. But yeah, definitely not something that I would want to add to my collection. And that was it, you guys. That was my thoughts on some new releases, new launches, and some beauty news that has came out in the past couple of weeks. I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoy hearing all of my thoughts on these products. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on them as well. Are you planning on picking any of these up? I feel like this was kind of an anti-haul. I feel like I didn't have a ton of items that I'm interested in purchasing. So let me know down below your thoughts. Like, am I alone in this, that I don't want any of this stuff, or are you kind of on the same page as me? If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.